I'll write that all out. Alright, from what I was getting, you was basically showing me from the moment, although I couldn't see the battle and what you were actually fighting, from what you was telling me, you was defending your village. So the king's men was actually kind of come and raid your village for some reason, whether it was for taxes and things, I don't know, but maybe you felt if you hid in the woods, it was already with all your armour and your gear, and you're going to protect your villagers, protect your wife, protect everybody in the village. When you said you didn't live, hang on, this time, otherwise you'll be going off on one. When you said you didn't sense you were in Cornwall, I got Chester for some reason.
Did you? Yeah, I thought
it's a good place, Chester's good. I've been there before, Chester's a good place.
Yeah, I was thinking sort of Birmingham, sort of central, that area. So I wasn't getting where.
Yeah, well no, but that's what was coming into my mind. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not sure on all the castles up there now. I know there's like Dudley Castle, but that definitely came into mind. And I thought, oh, okay, when you said so, and that's still with me now. So I do sense maybe around that area you lived. I get the sense that from all this, from your past life, you was a very brave man. You was very strong, and that you was determined to protect your wife and your little boy and the rest of the villagers, and you were standing up for yourself. A bit like in today, where we all go on a march, you know, to. And you wasn't going to let these men who thought they were authority rule your village and take over your hard-earned money and hand it over. Again, I'm getting all this money thing again. And I feel that you are, in today, you are a strong person. You have issues in life, naturally, but this feeling of being strong for yourself and for your family, and I feel that also you're going to do whatever to protect your wife and your babe today, and that's how I was getting back then from you as well, that you really did want to protect your villagers. I wasn't going to bring you to the point of where the noose went round your neck, because when that you might have felt the sensation of that going around your neck. In reality now, I wasn't going to do that, because I thought, well, at the end of the day, that's not nice. This is all about healing and that. I just wanted to get generally your feelings up to the point of where you were. You knew you were going to be hung because you committed treason, because you actually were fighting the king's men. And you wasn't going to hand over your money. You wasn't going to hand over, a bit like, you know, the Robin Hoods. Then, you know, you wasn't going to hand it over to them. You know, and you protected your villagers. And this came through today. I feel this is what you're doing today. You'll do anything you can to protect your wife and your little boy today. If anything that you feel, if you feel threatened in any way, you will look after them. Right, but again, I still see the money issues in your mind completely. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was good.
One of many. I don't know who you were. Again, if you've seen the two connections with A for Albert, and again you got a Christian name A. So again, the A is quite a significant letter. So maybe you have a relative that's an A. I don't know. It's kind of really how you was an A there. I didn't kind of get any kind of name when you said an A, other than the fact, oh my gosh, you know, you can see the similarities coming through on the tin miner and through you. I didn't ask whether you was wounded or anything, because I sense that at the end of the day, yeah, that you lost the battle, and rather than be wounded, men took the villagers, the men villagers, and arrested them, and probably they had the horse with like a cage cart, all right, and you're all kind of ambushed and put in there and whisked off to this castle, and then you was interned and sentenced there. I sense also you feel that you never got to see your wife anymore. You was taken away at that point. They were, you were arrested there and then on the spot, and your wife and that didn't see you ever again. They didn't even go and see you being hung. They couldn't. I mean, that was just too, that was overwhelmingly traumatic for them, and I couldn't see that, sure. So I feel also that was coming through, that you really wanted to meet your wife one more time, just one more time, and that your soul is saying, it's fine, I'm still here, and I'll always, I will always protect and care for you. So I did that basically is what I was getting, was the fact that was one of your grudges, that you never actually saw your wife no more, and you don't know what happened to the village afterwards, whether the king's men came and took the rest of the villagers away, burnt the village down, or whether they kind of left the women folk to fend for themselves, and the old folk that didn't go obviously to battle. It was all the young boys and young men who was out to protect this village and their men. I think there was a wall around your village as well. I think it was very walled, but for some reason I think you planned all this, or you and the gang or the group of men, and they felt that the woods nearby were the best way to ambush the king's men, because you knew that the taxes were coming, you knew they were coming to collect whatever, and you were standing up for yourself, you're standing up for your rights, and obviously your job was a hunter, so that was your living, and you don't see the point in, what am I doing all this for? And I've got to hand over, my silver coins just to keep the king in good wealth. Bit similarity today, where everybody begrudges the taxes today.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so. But what I'll do, I'll write all this down in more in depth, okay? That's kind of, if you can read my writing.
Yeah, your handwriting's really